to the release of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, rumors swirled that the game would be getting a physical release. Listings by various retailers would be posted, with no confirmation from Square Enix. From the announcement of the remaster to its release, these rumors would persist, with Amazon, PlayAsia, and various other retailers listing the game and then having it disappear. And funny enough, demand for the physical version of the game would surface due to the rumors, as a number of people began to express interest in owning a physical copy of the game for their collections. Finally, as September 3rd was approaching and the game was about to roll out, Square Enix clarified that Final Fantasy VIII Remastered would be exclusively available digitally, meaning that the hope for owning a physical copy of the game was out of the window. Of course, that made sense as none of the PS1 era games ever had their own standalone physical release outside of the original, and it did seem odd that they would contradict that now with this release. And from there, I thought the ordeal with a brand new physical copy of Final Fantasy VIII would be a thing of the past. But contrary to everything that has transpired thus far, it seems as though the rumors actually did have some ground to them. Just recently, Square Enix announced that Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII Remastered will be bundled together for a physical release on Nintendo Switch. That's right, the physical version will be exclusively available on Nintendo Switch. For those of you hoping for a PlayStation 4 version of the game, you'll be sorely disappointed, as for whatever reason, they decided to exclude every other platform from this bundle. And for that matter, in an even more bizarre move, this version of the game will not be released in North America, Europe, and yes, even Japan, oddly enough, won't be getting this one. This version of the game will only be releasing for continental Asia, for reasons that are very much unknown to me at the moment. That being said, if you want this version of the game, it's extremely import friendly, as it has full English and Japanese text support. It's entirely possible this could signify some sort of release for North America or Japan, but there's no word on that at the moment. However, you can use websites like PlayAsia.com in order to import the title. Nintendo Switch is region free, and you should have absolutely no trouble getting the title working on your system, and thankfully without any workarounds or custom firmware. But there is one thing you're probably thinking, and I'm thinking it too. Why wouldn't they include Final Fantasy IX in this collection? After all, making a physical collection for PS1 era Final Fantasy games, bundle them together as a trilogy, it would absolutely sell. Put it in a very nice box with a new artwork of Cloud, Squall, and Zidane standing together, and it's likely to sell very well. But for whatever reason, Final Fantasy IX was completely omitted from this collection, which is being called the Twin Pack. And yes, despite Japan obviously being part of Asia, in terms of video game releases, it's actually its own separate region, meaning that even those in the place of origin of these games won't actually receive this. It's just a strange and somewhat random announcement, and this only makes it even more strange. But again, anyone who wants it can import it, and the game is already in English, so you should be able to play it with ease. And it'll make a very rare piece for your Final Fantasy collection. As far as the release date goes, it's only been slated for a very generic 2019, but considering there's not that much 2019 left, it should be coming in just a few weeks, with Square Enix Asia probably dropping a release date on it quite soon. With that said, Ultima Weapons, will you be importing Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII Remastered's Twin Pack physically, or are you already comfortable owning the games digitally? Subscribe, click the bell icon, and let me know in the comments below. And if you've been enjoying my content, be sure to check out the Patreon for the Night Sky Prince. Incredible people like Heidi are what allow me to keep going and making these videos for you guys, and there is so much more that I want to cover. So if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link in the description below. Shout out to Heidi and the rest of the Ultima community.